Hello there, Ainur. All right, so let's see. Well done for moving forward, taking action, and writing some decent essays. Now, I just had a quick look at these, and it looks like we didn't really follow the sentence guide structure, okay, which would have helped a lot with the organization. Because if you'd have followed the structure we teach, then we wouldn't have what I call a skinny paragraph here. And honestly, as well, it would make it much easier for you. Um, so just have a look at the modules, maybe work through them again. Um, okay, by working through the module and just completing, the tasks and using the framework, you'll find it a lot easier to write high scoring, coherent essays. Let's have a look. Nowadays, the education topic is the most arguable and sensible. That doesn't make much sense. I'm sorry. If we'd have said nowadays the topic of education is the most, or as we say in the guide, as we put in the card, something like the issue of free education or the issue of entertaining schools or entertaining education, something like that, um, is considered incredibly important and prevalent, or something like that. All right. Most people consider that curriculum should be mixed with entertainment aspects, whereas others insist that the learning process is the main goal of schools. This sentence is wonderful. Great work there. Both views have their own features. That's empty. Both views have their own pros and cons, would have been better, which will be discussed below. But I do believe that the approach, learn by game, is not suitable for the younger generation. Wonderful, wonderful, very natural. I would imagine you're quite a talker because I can, at the moment, it seems like uh, it's spoken English. It's quite close to spoken English rather than academic English, but we're moving towards academic English as we progress through the course. So, firstly, today's children are completely different from the previous generation. Research from the Psychology World Organization conducted over the last few decades has been shown that children of the 21st century are more sensible and soulful. Secondly, information given by games is far more memorable. It can cause new interest in further learning. Okay, is that your opinion? We need to give sort of like, uh, okay, comma. This was proven by Beijing University in 2020, something like that. Okay, or you got to back up these points. Okay, thus the education process should be pleasurable and be able to appeal to students. For instance, okay, it is widely accepted that Finnish schools, whose main focus is a friendly environment and the desire of learners, are the best among other famous world schools. Okay, so again, it's like it seems like we're chatting here. So we need to tidy up the articles and use the nationality or the adjectives as well. Okay. But also, most importantly, if we follow the framework, the C2 template that you've got access to in the course that you paid for, you would definitely benefit because you've got the language skills. You just need to drop them into this academic framework and you'll see an instant improvement in your essays. And probably as well, yeah, you get the band score you want. And could invite you to a conversation, an interview on IELTSpodcast.com. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. All right. So let's move on. On the other hand, the school is a qualified public organization with an arranged set of rules and systems suitable to bring up basic knowledge and skills to children. Now, suitable to teach basic knowledge and skills to children. The main purpose of any school is raising a smart and wealthy generation. How can they raise a wealthy generation? So just bear that in mind. We'll be able to obtain more specific knowledge. Again, so this paragraph is not good enough, especially after writing a decent one like this. We can't follow on with something like that. It's just like this is an afterthought. So yet another reason why we want to be using the framework. To sum up, it is true to say that most parents wish to see their children as independent individuals with a healthy mental body without any fear and imposed opinion. Where did this come from? Totally new thought. We didn't mention anything about thoughts and opinions in these paragraphs, so we shouldn't mention it here. So keep that in mind. And in my strong opinion, all mentioned personalities could be developed only in environmentally friendly conditions, which is possible only in schools with entertainment. Okay, not a bad conclusion, the final sentence. Here we could say furthermore, comma, in addition, anything but and. It's a bit basic for now. So yeah, these problems can be solved very quickly with the framework. Let's go. Nowadays, a modern method of raising children is full of ambiguous and uncertain meaning. Okay, there's the frequently asked questions such as whether reading or doing an enjoyable activity with children is more productive, better skills and creativity. As a parent of three, I'm going to discuss both sides with supportive examples. Okay, with supported examples. First of all, it is true that today's children are more creative and independent individuals in comparison with previous generations. This is quite a statement. This is quite an opinion. As we did before, we should really be given a fact behind this. You know, a logical reason, strong evidence why this is the case. Involving in many problems without their preferences and pressure is impossible. Again, another sweeping generalization, which we need to get rid of by hedging or offering evidence. Because for appealing to them and creating interest, information ought to be given in a pleasant way. Furthermore, any teamwork and partnership with children is beneficial. So this is a lot of generalizations, assumptions. So we need to follow the framework and see an instant improvement. For example, according to the Association of the World Biologists comment, sufficient child-parent contact significantly affects personal development, self-esteem, preventive. Obviously, I don't really know. I've read the whole paragraph and I don't really know what we're talking about here. Okay, we need to be clearer. It needs to be a little bit more, follow the basic structure, and then once we've got the basic structure sorted, we can start developing our body paragraphs a little bit better. Okay, again, we wouldn't have these two small mini paragraphs here either. Okay, so just try and go back, work through, look at the framework, and you'll see it's much easier when you're following that structure. Okay. At the same time, the obvious benefits of reading should be taken into consideration. Good. Certainly, the timeless and most beneficial way of developing creativity and imagination for the young generation. Develop this argument. Okay, develop it. We've just given an opinion here. We've got to back it up with evidence. We've got to back it up with with strong, logical, reasonable arguments following on, not just another thought. Undoubtedly, reading improves spelling skills, boosts vocabulary, and the perception system of growing individuals. Okay, it's beautiful. And now I would have said this was proven by a study by Beijing University or by Scottish University in 1998, and then develop it. The Organization of World Education, so this is going way off on a random topic. Sum up, according to my clear overview, it is, so we wouldn't write like that either, okay? It is obvious that both sides' arguments are valuable and reasonable, but I would rather choose cooperative working and large physical communication as I can to evolve soft skills. No, as it can evolve soft skills, which is more important in the contemporary world. Okay, great little finish here. Okay, nice little sentence there. Few grammar errors. So what I want you to do is make a list of all the grammar mistakes that you've made, research them online, and put them all into a big list. Include that list on the next work that you send me. Okay. Also implement all the corrections that you've heard in this tutorial. Send me the corrected essay, and then send it along with your 2 new essays that use the framework for your next essay correction. Okay, doing super. Let's keep on moving forward.